How slowly the time passes away. I've been waiting here 2 hours and Melinda has not yet come. What keeps her? I cannot tell. And I waited long and late for her last night. And when she approached, I sprang to my feet, caught her in my arms, pressed her to my heart, and kissed away the tears from her moistened cheeks. She placed her trembling hands in mine and said, "Glenn, I am yours, and I will never be the wife of another." I clasped her to my bosom and called God to witness that I will ever regard her as my wife. Old Uncle Joseph joined us in holy wedlock by moonlight. And that was the only marriage ceremony. I look upon the vow as ever binding on me, for I am sure that a just God will sanction our union in heaven. Still, this man who claims Melinda as his property is unwilling for me to marry the woman of my choice because he wants her himself. But he shall not have her. What he will say when he finds that we are married, I cannot tell, but I am determined to protect my wife or die. Here comes Melinda. I'm glad to see you, Melinda. I've been waiting long and feared you would not come. In tears again.
Glenn, you are always thinking I'm in tears. But what did Master say to you today?
He again forbade our union.
Indeed? Can he be so cruel?
Yes, he can be just so cruel.
Alas, how unfeeling and heartless. But did you appeal to his generosity?
Yes, I did. I used all the persuasive powers that I was master of, but to no purpose. It was inflexible. He even offered me a new suit of clothes if I would give you up. And when I told him that I could not, he said he would flog me to death if I ever spoke to you again.
And what did you say to him?
Well, I answered that while I loved life better than death, even life itself could not tempt me to consent to a separation that would make life an unchanging curse. I would kill myself, Melinda, if I thought that for the sake of life I could consent to your degradation. No. Melinda, I can die, but shall never live to see you the mistress of another man. But, my dear girl, I have a secret to tell you, and no one must know it but you. I will go out and see that no person is within hearing. I will be back soon.
It is often said that the darkest hour of night precedes the dawn. It is ever thus with the vicissitude of human suffering. After the soul has reached the lowest depths of despair and can no deeper plunge amid its rolling folded shades, then the reactionary forces of man's nature begin to operate. Resolution takes place of despondency, energy succeeds instead of apathy, and an upward tendency is felt and exhibited. Men then hope against power and smile in defiance of despair. I shall never forget when I first saw Glenn. It is now more than a year since he came here with his master, Mr. Hamilton. It was a glorious moonlight night in autumn. The wide and fruitful face of nature was silent and buried in repose. The tall trees on the borders of Muddy Creek waved their leafy branches in the breeze which was wafted from afar, refreshing over hill and vale, over the rippling water and the waving corn and wheat fields. The starry sky was studded over with a few light-flitting clouds, while the moon, as if rejoicing to witness the meetings of two hearts that should be cemented by the purest love, sailed triumphantly along among the shifting vapors. Oh, how happy I have been in my acquaintance with Glenn. That he loves me, I do well believe it. That I love him, it is most true. Oh, how I would that those who think the slave incapable of finer feelings could only see our hearts and learn our thoughts. Thoughts we dare not utter in the presence of our masters. But I fear that Glenn will be separated from me, for there is nothing too base and mean for master to do for the purpose of getting me entirely in his power. But thanks to heaven, he does not own Glenn and therefore cannot sell him. Yet he might purchase him from his brother-in-law so as to send him out of the way. But here comes my husband.
I've been as far as the overseer's house, and all is quiet. Now, Melinda, as you are my wife, I will confide to you a secret. I've long been thinking of making my escape to Canada and taking you with me. It is true that I don't belong to your master, but he might buy me from Hamilton and then sell me out of the neighborhood.
But we could never succeed in an attempt to escape.
We will make the trial and show that we at least deserve success. There is a slave trader expected here next week, and Dr. Gaines would sell you at once if he knew that we were married. We must get ready and start. And if we can pass the Ohio River, we'll be safe on the road to Canada.